Hello and welcome to NDTV Automate. I'm joined by Mr. Tapan Ghosh, who's the CEO of VinFast India, and we are here because VinFast has finally decided to enter into the MPV game with their first ever electric MPV7. Thank you, Tapan sir, for joining us. Congratulations on the successful launch of this vehicle. I want to start with this. What made you choose the MPV segment? After the VF6 and the VF7, which was in that dominant SUV space, what made you choose this product over many offerings that VinFast has to offer?
A very good question you have asked. Let me say that there is a need for a seven-seater vehicle because Indian families require that. But there is a genuine need for a spacious seven-seater vehicle which is practical and comfortable. Now, our vehicle MPV7 is having a wheelbase of 2840 millimeter, and it's one of the largest, roomiest MPV7 in the seven-seater category. So there is a need for such a vehicle, and I think it is the apt product for our offering to the Indian customers. Even the third row customers will find it very comfortable. Of course, the first row and the second row customers will be finding it comfortable. They will be having a very good visibility because the sitting position has also been accordingly designed. Very roomy, very airy. Range is also very good. Like it's a 60 kilowatt battery which offers 500 kilometer plus range, which means that this is a particular vehicle which a family can drive within the city as well outside the city in highways. So I think it's the best timing for us to enter into a segment where we can create a niche for us.
We drove the vehicle here in Vietnam, and obviously for Indian buyers and Indian road conditions, it would have some changes to it. What are the kind of changes that we can expect for the India-specific model?
The product which you drove in Vietnam, you have seen that this product by itself is very relevant to Indian customers. Be it the space, be it the comfort, be it the range, be it the pickup. It's like a very practical living room on the wheels. Now, coming to your question about what are some sort of adaptations which we have done for the Indian road. You see, in Indian road, suspension requires a different tuning, so which we have done a little bit of a tuning in suspension. We have also tried to have a better thermal management system because the weather is extreme. Somewhere it is extremely hot, extremely cold. To that thermal management system we have done. Ground clearance is very good, 185 millimeters the ground clearance. All these things, minor adaptations which we have done for the Indian road, because this vehicle in totality is something which actually is apt for the Indian customers and Indian roads.
I also want to add on to the point that you talked about this being a very family-focused MPV. It usually sees practicality, day-to-day driving. There's range anxiety when it comes to moving big families. Like, how are you planning to address all of those situations?
So coming to range anxiety, it's a 60 kilowatt battery which offers more than 500 kilometer range. So from that point of view, it offers a very good range and is one of the best in the segment. And yes, to ensure that the range anxiety, of course, as I told you, one is range anxiety. Second also is that we have a sister concern, V-Green of Vin Group, where they have already started setting up the charging stations. So they have also tied up with 10,000 petrol pumps of HPCL, and they are evaluating where to have the charging stations. So yes, more charging stations will be offered from V-Green. That will also help in our EV adoption.
This is a segment that is predominantly dominated by petrol and diesel vehicles. How are you going to convince those buyers to shift to electric?
If you see the trend in the last 2 years, EV volume has actually caught up. One is, of course, percentage penetration. That also has increased, but of course, there is nothing to really be talking about because from 2% it has become 4%. But there were, if you see from the volume point of view, it was around 5,000 per month was the volume about a couple of years back. Now, this few months back, it was 16,000, 17,000. And I believe the March, the volume registration figures is more than 20,000, 22,000 as far as my report is concerned. So which means that the EV adoption is increasing a lot and customers want EV. Now, for us, you are absolutely correct that MPV segment is a segment which is predominantly dominated by the ICE. That offers us an opportunity. So we are also for VF6, VF7, we are having ICE to EV, exchange, where we are giving very good exchange scheme to the customers. Also, we are giving extremely good residual value to the customers. 55% on the after 2 years, after 5 years, 55% of the value will be offered. After 2 years, 75% of the value will be offered. This is extremely good residual assurance we are giving. So this is for VF6, VF7. Similar thing will be also working out for MPV7 at an appropriate time, where we will like the customers to adopt EV. Free charging will be available, by the way, up to March 29. The free charging and other packages also we have to work so that customers would like to buy our 7-seater MPV7 EV.
What about the dealer network? I know that you've already achieved that 50 dealership network. What are we aiming at in 2026, and how it will act as that key to push the MPV7 sale as well?
Product and network both are very important to have more products sold. 51 showrooms are already there. 130 workshops are also there. This year end, we plan to have 75 showrooms and 230 plus workshops. 230 plus workshop also includes third-party tie-up with other third-party workshops for doing minor repair where our dealers are not there. Showrooms will be also strategically located. It will be in metros, Tier 1, even Tier 2, Tier 3 cities also, because we feel that there is a lot of interest among customers in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities also. So network strategy will be this, and will be going forward. Network will play a very important role for selling more cars, and it's a strategy where we have to find out which places the demand is there, and accordingly we will try to have showroom and workshop there. As I told you, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities we are going to have. We have already started having it, but we'll strengthen that going forward.
I'm pretty sure you must have set yourself as a personal target as well, or the company set a target as well. What kind of a market share are we looking at to achieve in 2026?
Market share is something where we are not obsessed about. Why? That's because more EVs are sold by OEMs, more competition, it helps in selling VinFast products, because still a lot of education of EV is required for customers. Whenever other OEMs are going to sell EVs, they are also going to have charging stations. So like that, customer adoption will be good, and there will be an inflection point where EV adoption will be very fast, which we have seen in many other countries. So it helps VinFast. For us, it's important that we have the foundation strong. We have a planned capacity of 50,000 vehicles per annum. We have to utilize that planned capacity, and we have to keep on exciting the customers with innovative products, well-designed products. And yes, that's what we will try to do it going forward, and that will be our strategy.
All right. Thank you so much, Tapan, for joining us on NDTV Automate. There you heard it. That was Mr. Tapan Ghosh, CEO of VinFast India, talking about the all-new MPV7 and their future plans for the Indian consumers.